Zombie Apocalypse.
What's going on YouTube? This is 6 Scale Economist, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the Star Wars Hot Toys Darth Vader 40th anniversary collection that was restocked on May the 4th. So shout out to Anthony from the from the page. One of the fellow subscribers commented and asked for this video, and I was actually planning on doing this one, but I saw that he commented and saw that actually one other person was looking to see a review of this figure, so I figured I'd move it up in the queue and just get cracking into this one. So as always, we are first going to talk about this figure from a collection standpoint, and then we're going to talk about it from an investment standpoint. So from a collection standpoint, this Darth Vader is sick. I have this Darth Vader actually right now in my DTOF. Not obviously not the 40th anniversary one, but it is just a repack. People have their different opinions on which Darth Vader is the best. This one doesn't come without its faults, but as an all-in basis, I think that this is the best Darth Vader. You have this one. You have the Rogue One Darth Vader. You have the Darth Vader from A New Hope. And then you also have the Darth Vader from A New Hope, but that comes in the Tarkin 2-pack, which is actually different than the solo Darth Vader that comes in the A New Hope packaging, and the one from the 2-pack is actually a lot better. And I've alluded to that in one of my previous videos, but you don't sleep on the Darth Vader and that Darth Vader and Grand Moff Tarkin 2-pack, because that Darth Vader is actually substantially better than the New Hope one. Actually, the New Hope one is pretty bad. It's definitely the worst one in my opinion. But that Darth Vader is pretty good. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about this one. So, taking a look at this figure, one, you're going to get it in the throwback packaging, which I talked about in the Boba Fett video. I'm not totally gassed about the packaging. I kind of think the original Hot Toy boxing that they usually do is awesome on its own, and but this one is great. I guess there's gonna be some people who are gonna want to leave it in a package. I wouldn't do that, given how expensive the figure is and it's meant to be displayed. But it's awesome that it just comes in that vintage look. Obviously, you get the great display base from Bespin. A bunch of hands This figure is so great. You just get him such iconic poses. It's such a necessary part of any Hot Toys collection. You have to pick up, if you love Star Wars, you have to pick up one Darth Vader. I think this is the Darth Vader to pick up. The cape is just the material of the cape is just so great. It's kind of heavy and just doesn't feel cheap at all. The helmet is pretty shiny as well, which I think it's really nice. It really pops on the display and has a nice glossy finish. I'm just looking at the figure right now as I'm talking about it. Very posable. Obviously, you have the cape. I mean, the undergarments, under the shoulder padding, which is what his look was from Empire Strikes Back, which I personally like that look a lot more. When you display him too, you can kind of you can have the cape draping over his shoulders to give him more of a stern when he's just kind of chilling look, or you can have him in this action pose where you throw the cape behind him, and that just looks amazing as well. You get him in this opera pose, which I think it looks a little too opera-y for me, but still very cool nonetheless. Here's the Bespin Luke that only knows when we're gonna get. I really thought that they were gonna announce it on May the 4th, and then I thought again that they were gonna announce it on the 40th anniversary of The Empire Strikes Back a few days after May the 4th, but they still haven't. But they still they already showed it at San Diego Comic-Con. It doesn't look that different from the original, but they definitely gotta speed that one up and get that one out there. Dude, this figure is just so great. It's such a great Darth Vader. And you get the removable helmet. This is actually a gripe that I have a figure. I don't like that they do the removable helmet because if they're gonna be able to, you can only remove the helmet. You can't actually remove the face mask to see the Darth Vader sculpt. If you could remove the face cap to see the Anakin underneath the head, that would be dope, and I would be down for that. But the fact that you can only remove the back, I'm never going to do that. And because it has that functionality, it is basically the only con of the figure is that it has a little gap in between the helmet and the face mask, and it's just kind of annoying because it's not magnetic, and so you can never really get it to fit totally, and there's always just a little gap, which is kind of annoying, but it's a small negative in what is an awesome figure. This is just it's just a great Darth Vader. You can display him with so many things. You can display him with Boba Fett. You can display him with Stormtroopers. You can display him with Bespin Luke if you have the old one, or if you're waiting for the new one to come out. You can display him with the Emperor. Here's what I'm talking about. See this gap? That's actually how it looks when you have the figure in real life, and it's kind of annoying. but it is what it is. I wish that they should have made the face mask removable to see Anakin underneath, or just not even do that removable helmet thing at all. I don't know why they did just like that. Like the detailing is awesome, obviously, because Hot Toys just knocks it out of the park every time. But like, when are you gonna do that pose? Like, I don't know why you would ever do that, but I mean, it looks great. And the detail's awesome. The detail like on this part of the helmet is cool too, but like unnecessary, and I think kind of a fault by Hot Toys. Here's everything it comes with. It comes like the normal Darth Vader, and you get the 2 lightsabers, you get like the different hands, and like obviously you get like some sweet gesturing hands, and you get the light up lightsaber, which I never do, but the real selling point for this figure, in terms of accessories, is the sick display stand that you get. Like, it's such an awesome display stand. Yeah. So that's like overall figure. From a collector's perspective, if you don't have the original Darth Vader and you're a Star Wars collector, definitely pick up this Vader. Don't sleep on this opportunity to get a restock of what is probably, I think, the best Darth Vader that they've released. Like, it's between this one and the Rogue One one, like, let's be honest. And I think that if you want Darth Vader and like his most iconic role in his most iconic movie, like, you got to get the Empire Strikes Back one. If you don't have this Darth Vader, do not sleep on this restock. You will be sorry. And that's going to lead me right into this figure from an investment perspective. This is such a great figure from an investment perspective too. And the reason why is it's just so easy to just know that it is, because we have the historical evidence. For anybody that is familiar with how the secondary market was for this figure before they did this restock, this figure got pricey. Like, this figure sat in stock for a while on Sideshow. Like, it didn't like really sell it that quickly. I think the original retail for $267, and like it sat in stock for a while, and then it sold out, and then like bang, it was like immediately like $300, $350, and then it went all the way up to like $550 on eBay. And like in Facebook groups, if you posted it for like $450, lifted. Like, it's immediately gonna get scooped. And like, so I have like some sold eBay pricings, and so like this is like looking back, like April 17th, because the resale market obviously got destroyed when they announced on May the 4th, which is awesome because it just gives an opportunity for new collectors who missed out on the first one to be able to pick it up, which is that's the beauty of like restocks. But like, if you already had this Darth Vader, I really hope that you didn't pick it up in like the mid to end of April, which is when it was peaking, selling for like at $600 here. Like, just taking a look. So it's kind of hard to find some. I think this is the Rogue One also did like very well and still continues to do well. This is the episode 4 Darth Vader, so that one does not do well in the secondary market. But yeah, like $405 for like displayed one. That one's Rogue One. Dang, the Rogue One. That one has done very well in the secondary market. Man, shout out to the Rogue One line. Like, that was such a good line to just pick up figures. Like $375. This was a very good deal to pick up Darth Vader, and like this is around the time when he was still like going up. But like it got to a point. And I know people who are like collect Hot Toys and like familiar with the secondary market, they're probably aware. Like, you probably remember that time when it was crazy how fast this figure went up. Like, very quickly went to be like a $450 to $500 figure. So that's why when you look at this figure from an investment perspective, like, no chance you're going to lose money on this figure. No way. Like, it's way too iconic. Like, it's going to appeal to a lot of people that you have like this different like collector's box. There's so many figures that are coming out that are going to be like displayable with it. Like, once Bespin Luke comes out, like, so many people are going to want to have Bespin Luke and Empire Strikes Back Vader. Like, this is like, you don't really need to talk about this. This is a dead giveaway. This is such a great companion piece. So like, if you don't have, so my investment like advice would be, if you don't have Darth Vader, or you're like on the fence about this one, pick it up. No doubt you're not going to lose money, and it's probably going to go up, and it's probably just going to do like it's the same thing as like the stock market. Like, you just see like the same like patterns. Like there's sell-offs and there's rallies, and like this figure is just going to be one that's just going to rally. Like, it's going to sell out, and then it's just going to go back up in price. Like, it's too iconic and it's too in demand to where once it's sold out, there's going to be too many new like collectors, or some collectors who like skipped out on it when it first came out, that are going to realize that they're going to want it for whatever reason, whether it be we don't get like a new Darth Vader for a while, or like we do get a Darth Vader, but it's like a Return of the Jedi one, so it's different enough that people are going to want to have both. Or you're going to have new collectors coming into the market who like don't have a Darth Vader and they want one if they're going to pick one, like a lot of the times they're probably going to pick this one. It's based between you either pick this one or you pick the Rogue One one, and the Rogue One is very expensive, and it's also not from the most iconic movie. So like if I didn't have a Darth Vader, I would probably pick up the Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader if I was a new collector. So the figure's going to go up in value. It's $285, which means you're probably paying like $330-ish, $335-ish, like all in for this figure. Do I think that it's going to jump to like $500 again? I think it very well could. And remember, we're not. The investment advice isn't to just try and buy a figure so you can get like a quick flip or anything. That's not what this is about. Like there are many other things that you can do with your free time in terms of investing to like try and like make money quickly. Like this is about understanding the figure from an investment perspective and just making sure that you're putting your money to good work. This one is not going to go below retail. It's already too much in demand, and we already have the historical evidence on how the last one performed. This one is probably going to be a figure that once it sells out, that is probably going to coast anywhere between $400 to $500 in the secondary market once it sells out. And so just do yourself a favor and just pick this one up. There's not really much else to it. It's just a great figure, and it's actually releasing like fairly quickly. Obviously, they already like made the figure, so it's really easy for them to just re-release it. And so like just order it now, like. And just wait for it to sell out and then decide maybe if you want to keep it or not. But if you don't have a Darth Vader, I don't know why you wouldn't pick it up. If you, however, you do already have the other Darth Vader, I do think that there are other figures if you're looking for like a better investment for like a return on percentage basis to invest in. Like I think like I've already talked about some other videos, but like Director Krennic, Commander Cody, Captain Rex. I think that these are ones that are going to perform very, very well in the secondary market. So I think that your money will be better put. If you're planning on doubling up on a figure, those are the figures that I would be looking more at doubling up with. If you already have the original release Darth Vader, I don't think there's enough different about this version to warrant picking it up. Like unless you're unless you're gonna buy both of the Boba Fett and Darth Vader and leave them both in box to have like as part of your collection. Like I think I'm down with that. Like that's cool. Like who knows, next time we're gonna see like this vintage box design. So like that could be something that become very sought after in the future. Like we might not see it again until like Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary. So I don't think that it's one that you need to double up on if you already have the original release of Darth Vader. But if you don't have a Darth Vader and you have been like in the market for one, don't pay up for the Rogue One. Just buy this one. This one is awesome for all the reasons that I mentioned, and I think that it's a great investment and a great collector's from a collection perspective. That's going to wrap it up for today's video. This is 6 Scale Economist. Thank you for tuning in. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.